all that to say, really charging up my mitochondria, taking care of them, feeding them well, sleeping them well. But all of these very simple things, a lot of it had to do with light and getting adequate light. My friend Sarah Kleiner, you can listen to her episode from the podcast. She is a light expert, and following her these past few years has really turned me on to the fact that I have a severe light deficiency and a lot of what is wrong with me in the winter. So taking care of that mitochondria. Back to the metabolic health. It's not just about taking the GLP-1s. You guys know this. If you're new to me and you've never heard me talk about metabolic health or GLP-1s, just know I don't think that those are a solo monotherapy good idea at all. I think they're a phenomenal tool when used at low doses adjunctively as part of a comprehensive toolkit. And that entire toolkit revolves around nothing but metabolic health. And metabolic health is what my entire platform is built upon. So for all the new folks coming at me since the Mark Hyman podcast saying, oh, you just been bought out by big pharma. Seriously, STFU, because you have no idea. I have been preaching metabolic health, strength training, muscle, adequate protein for longer than some of you guys have been out of diapers. Like, that is core. I don't care if you have migraines, joint pain, PCOS, dementia, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, brain disease, none of that matters. The root cause of all of that is metabolic dysfunction. And if you don't have your metabolic health in order, you don't have anything. So go back and listen to any one of the podcasts that I have put out of the hundreds. I've got an old podcast out there too, floating around if you can find it. But as far as the Dr. Tyna show goes, I've got almost, I think, 150 episodes now, and they are all based around metabolic health. And I found a great tool to test my metabolic health. It's this little breather thing by Lumen. It's a cool little doodad that you charge and then you breathe into it every morning, and it tells you whether you're in the fat burning or the carb burning zone. And that's been really, really cool. Very cool tool. So there's lots of things to track your metabolic health. I really like continuous glucose monitors. I have a favorite one that you guys can find a discount for by NutriSense. I've done several podcasts on that as well. But I'm digging this Lumen thing. It's a very cool tool. I like my sleep trackers. I've got a couple different sleep trackers. I'm going to do a podcast on my favorite one here soon. But whatever you can to check your heart rate variability, check your deep sleep, make sure those are intact. I think those are probably the two most important readings that I have found for my metabolic health. But your metabolic health is going to go bonkers if you're not sleeping, and it's going to go bonkers if you're living off carbs, and it's going to go bonkers if you don't build muscle. Your muscle is your metabolic insurance. And so I was doing all those things, but sometimes it's nice to be able to track it because, like I said, for me, the weak link was stress. It wasn't because I was slacking on any other things. And in fact, when you're totally stressed out of your mind and you work harder at all the other things, you just put yourself into more stress. So I'm kind of on a stress-free diet right now, if you will, and really just practicing going with the flow. And I was just talking to a potential podcast guest earlier today, and he's like, I'm sorry, I have to move my scheduled time. And I'm like, it's all good. I just want nobody stressed. After the past few years, that was intentionally stressful. By the way, they did that to us on purpose to wear us out, and it worked. And everybody ended up on the other side of that. Most people ended up on the other side of that, significantly worse off financially, significantly worse off metabolically, significantly worse off health-wise in general. And I don't think that was a mistake. So I really am just like, my rebellion against that is to like not give an F. I'm just out of Fs to give. I turned 50 this year. It's awesome. When you're 50, when you turn 40, you really stop caring. Initially, you're just like, oh, things don't bother me as much. It's great. But when you turn 50, like you really stop. It just kind of, whew, like it's just not there to give. Like these are not my monkeys. This is not my circus. I'm here to take care of my people and my friends and just bring you guys the best information I can. And then lastly, using CBD and some other, whatever you got to use for stress. Bring it all back together, back to what I originally said, stress. What do you got to use? I really like, there's a CBD company I like called Cured. I like their products very much. I have a product called Chill Pill. I like different supplements. So I have a product called Chill Pill. I absolutely love my Chill Pill. It's so great, you guys, if you haven't tried it. I've got a product called Relax Tonic. So I use Relax Tonic, Chill Pill, and then this Cured product called Zen. And all of these links will be in the show notes. I freaking love that combo and it just calms me right down. I use it before bed and I've started to use it during the day. I was talking to a friend who was on a very similar blend to my chill pill. It's a similar product that he's taking. And he's like, I just take it all day long. And my days are so much more pleasant. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I wake up and take chill pill now and I take it throughout the day. So of course, check with your healthcare professional about how you should be dosing things because it does impact your adrenal system. And we don't want to be like sedating you down if you don't need it. But for me, it's a really wonderful triad that I use to mitigate my stress. And that's helped significantly. And then I add the walks on top of it, the going outside, the puppy, the joy that the puppy has brought to me has been so monumental. And now this new dog, like I freaking love dogs. So I'm so happy. I got 3 dogs now and I am surrounded by dogs all day and we walk the farm all day long and it's my pack. And I absolutely I love it. I love every minute of it. So really seeking out joy and doing what you need. I got this puppy because my husband and I needed more joy in our lives. And he was resistant at first. And I was like, I'm buying the cute little puppy. So I just bought the puppy and he loves him and everything's great. And then we got this 3rd dog. When I met my husband, he wouldn't even let a dog inside the house. And now we have 3 dogs and they all 3 sleep in our bedroom with us. So yes, I brought him around.